USC Notre Dame is this week. Do you realize that? I know a little bit of the steam has been taken out of this game because Notre Dame lost to Louisville, but that was no shock on this program. We told you that was going to happen. Now, some of you may take that to mean Notre Dame's been left for dead, and you certainly may take that to mean, well, we've left Notre Dame for dead. Actually, neither of those things are true. Neither are true. Watch where we go with this prediction as evidence. I got a little field position alert for you, courtesy of our acquaintance and most of the time friend, Parker, over at Stats of War on Twitter. Notre Dame is 118th in the country in starting field position. I believe that's offense and defense combined. USC's 19th. So I would advise flipping that stat if you're the Irish Saturday night. Notre Dame's offense has not been good. Okay, it's been the talk of large portions of college football and especially the South Bend, Notre Dame, Irish corner of our sport. They're talking about Tommy Rees gone. We elevated Parker, not the one I just referenced, the actual coordinator there. And it hasn't exactly panned out. Well, I do want to remind you of something, not to make excuses for them, but they've played Ohio State, Duke, and Louisville their last 3 games, not in that order. That is the number 3, number 4, and number 22 defense in the country in terms of points per game. It's a good time for USC to roll into town because they're 79th in the country. I think Notre Dame will score more in the first half Saturday night than they have at any point maybe the last 3 weeks. I'm saying that right now. That's a little prop bet, a little side bet. Even with that struggle, Notre Dame is 5th in plays of 20-plus yards. Now, there is that small little caveat. They've played one more game than most teams, and I've thought about not even including that, but that would be unethical and amoral, and we are not that on this show, certainly. USC's defense is 130th in the country in explosive plays given up through the air. So what happens Saturday night? Do we see a Notre Dame offensive explosion? It sure would be the medicine the doctor ordered for this team because I have watched all of these games as of late, and it's tough. I think they're capable of more than that. You brought in Sam Hartman. He's capable of more than that. But here's the issue. USC's already got Caleb Williams. I already know what he can do. Him versus that pass defense, that's the matchup of this game to me. Notre Dame is 3rd in FBS and pass yards per game allowed, and Caleb Williams and that USC offense are 3rd the other way. So you got the 3rd best passing offense against the 3rd best passing defense. Let's do it. South Bend, you got home field in your favor if you're Notre Dame. Notre Dame is a top 10 pressure rate defense as well, so they can get after the quarterback. But getting after Caleb Williams is only part of the equation. If he was a statue, yeah, I'd feel really good. Caleb Williams last week ran for 3 touchdowns. In this game last year, he ran for 3 touchdowns. So I think not just quarterback run, but both run games in general look like they'll have a fair amount of success Saturday night. Colin, let's see what the model thinks. Let's see what Vegas thinks. By the way, it's another potential odds-making clinic setting up because you got undefeated top 10 USC here. You got the defending Heisman winner. They're going on the road to face 2-loss Notre Dame, just lost at Louisville. They scored a garbage time touchdown to even get back to within 2 possessions. Notre Dame's favored. They're favored by 2.5. The model thinks it's not big enough. Model thinks Notre Dame -6. Love the Irish this week. Love them to get right up off the deck. I think they'll win the game. I think they'll cover. I think there are some terminal issues for USC in their defense right now. The model's just not high on USC at the moment. I'm a little bit higher on Southern Cal than the model is, but we both have our fair share of concern. So I actually think Marcus Freeman and Notre Dame are going to get a really, really good win this Saturday. The remaining Power 5 unbeaten teams, USC is one of a handful. You got Oregon and Washington still out there undefeated, Georgia, Michigan, etc. So it is a certainty someone's fallen off that list this week. I think it may very well be Southern Cal.